Hey YouTube, how's it going? I'm here with a new Sig MCX Blackout pistol. This is my first YouTube video, but I've watched enough of them myself, so hopefully I can help you guys out a little bit. Reason I decided to make it, some of my friends thought it'd be a good idea since these firearms are still pretty hard to find. I got this through a friend who has his FFL. He bought it from Sig, transferred it to me, and I can kind of go over what's in the box, what to expect if you plan on purchasing one of these, and hope you guys learn a little bit. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. I'll definitely get back to you so I can help you out. Alright, that being said, here is the box the firearm comes in. Go ahead, take a look at this. There's the firearm, packaged in plastic wrap and styrofoam, which I have no idea why anyone is still using styrofoam in 2017, but we'll let Sig figure that one out. So it comes with an aluminum magazine, probably the cheapest thing Sig could find. Here we got a Torx Allen key for removing the pistol stabilizing brace. Here's a little metal bushing. I'm not sure what this is for yet, but I'll keep it around, let you guys know. And a cable lock for keeping the gun safe. Put that through the magazine well to keep it from getting loaded. Over here, we got a Sig sticker, some user manuals, safety instructions, and a couple other pamphlets from Sig. Nothing too important. Advertisement from Lucas, and of course a little bit of Lucas oil for keeping the gun lubed after you clean it. Alright, set that off to the side and take a look at the actual gun. Alright, let's go ahead, open this up. This is my first AR type firearm. Currently an AK guy, and this is a little bit similar to an AK, which is why I bought it. Should be the best of both worlds. Let's take this out of the plastic. As I mentioned, this isn't my first time actually taking this out of the plastic. So, you can see, one of the first things I noticed right at the top was the lack of sights on here. I thought it was pretty standard for pretty much any firearm to come with sights. And so I went ahead and gave Sig a call because I didn't buy this from a store. When I got it from the dealer, box was still sealed from Sig, had come in that day from the Sig warehouse, and no sights were included. When I called Sig, they said that all their guns manufactured in 2017 and onward do not include iron sights. They're, quote, optics ready, which gun isn't optics ready, especially an AR. They all got the Picatinny rails for optics. That's just their excuse to save a couple dollars. Asked Sig to give me some sights, said no, and basically told me to shove it. The lady I talked to offered me a 10% discount on their $130 iron sights, which right now I don't feel are really worth it. Maybe I'll do that. Looking to get in some good optics for this in a couple days, couple weeks. But until then, it would have been nice to have something to play around with, and also some backup for, when nice optics fail. So maybe I'll still go ahead and get some iron sights, but till then, looks like I'm gonna have to deal with it. All right. So let's go over stabilizing brace that it comes with first. It comes with a really nice folding mechanism, similar to an AK folding stock. Anyone that uses AAC products, this functions in pretty much the same way. You can push up on the brace, let it pivot, and it locks into the collapsed position, giving you a nice package to store in your trunk, whatnot. Put in a smaller safe. Of course, you get a real nice lock in the extended position for using this as a stabilizing brace. That being said, I'm going to head take this brace off right now and sort of collapse the firearm down so we can look at what's all included. I'm using the Torx wrench that was included with the gun. Okay, I'll unscrew this all the way so I'm not sliding it on and off. I plan on putting a Form 1 in for this lower myself, and I don't want to You know, I don't want to scratch up the lower. I want to keep it nice for as long as possible, especially with the Form 1. It could be worth quite a bit of money. Don't want to mess it up. Don't want to break it when it's got a Form 1 attached to it. All right, go ahead, clear the firearm. Obviously, it's got the little chamber block in there, but oops. Don't want to trust that. As I mentioned, you know, first AR type gun, still getting used to this bolt hold. It's a lot different on an AK, a whole lot different. Anyway, chamber's clear, magazine's clear, so we should be good to go to tear this down. Walk that back. Now, I think standard AR type breakdown, you got 2 pins right here. 1 pin towards the rear of the receiver, 1 pin towards the front. For this receiver, for the MCX, this front pin is also what holds on the handguard. All I have to do, take that front pin out, handguard comes right off, giving you access to the screws that you'd use to change the barrel, as well as anything on the barrel you need. Now, one thing, I think especially the 300 Blackout pistol is kind of designed to be suppressed, and this handguard's pretty skinny. Here's a little pair of calipers. I'll go ahead and measure this for you guys. I couldn't find this info online when I was looking for it, so hopefully this helps out a little bit. This measures about 1.335 inches from side to side. So you've got about 1.3 inches to put a suppressor in there. I don't know of any suppressors that are that small. If you can find one, great. If not, you probably have to put an aftermarket handguard on there. I'm not sure if Sig makes any bigger ones. I know there's other companies out there make new handguards though. Alright, so with that first pin out, go ahead, pop the second pin out. Let's see. Alright, there we go. Comes out real easy. I'm going to go ahead and set this upper aside. So lower, pretty similar to a standard AR lower. Obviously no buffer tube. You got the Picatinny rail on the back for the Sig type stocks, excuse me. This is also fully ambidextrous, which I think a lot of AR lowers are not. So you got ambidextrous safety, control it from both sides, as well as ambidextrous mag release. You do not have an ambidextrous bolt release or bolt hold open. That's still only on the left side of the receiver. Now, for the upper. Obviously a whole lot different than an AR upper. Well, not a whole lot, but pretty different. Barrel can easily be disattached from these 2 screws right here. I'm going to go ahead and leave that in because I don't want to mess with it. I don't have another barrel to change out. But this is the same size screw as the Torx wrench that comes with the stock. So you don't have to buy any tools to change out the barrel. Now, we'll go ahead. Looks like this just comes right out. Bolt group, bolt carrier, and charging handle right there. Obviously this is what makes an MCX, the AK style type bolt carrier. So this is all contained in the upper, obviously. Gas piston right here. Let me zoom in on this. So you see that little indent right there? The gas coming from the round when it comes out of this little gas piston, this little tube right here. You can see that very short tube in here. Gas comes from the round out of that tube, comes into this little divot right there, blows this back. That's what chambers a new round. Springs push it forward, get the round in the chamber, so you're ready to go. It's kind of the magic innards right there. So that's pretty much low down on the MCX. So I'm gonna put this back together. Sorry, I got a phone call. Putting it back together is real simple. Not sure how it compares to an AR, but obviously this is one of my first times taking this apart, and everything slides right in pretty nicely. No problems there. Go ahead, put the upper back on. Push this back pin into place. There we go. And again, remember to put the handguard on, because that forward pin does hold this on there too. we go, not much to it. Go ahead and put the magazine in there so you guys can get a look at this. Oops, I'm an idiot. That's how magazines go in firearms. So there you have it. That's the 300 Blackout 9-inch MCX pistol. No brace on it. It comes with a brace. Other than that, there's not much to it. We'll take this out to the range pretty soon, and I'll report back with some videos and reviews of how it shoots, any problems I run into. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. That is for sure. Alright guys, so that's pretty much the lowdown of the MCX pistol. Hope it helps out. As I mentioned, please feel free to comment with any questions. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. If I don't know the answer, I'll find it out. I should probably know the answer to any questions you guys might have about my firearm. But yeah, hope you guys learned a little bit from this video. Feedback on the video is appreciated. As I mentioned, this is the first time I've ever done something like this. So yeah, hope you learned a little bit. And check back in a couple of days for a range test. Go over some of the ins and outs of how to actually use this firearm and any problems it might have. So until then, peace out, YouTube.